Thursday. Hi, we start the heartfelt conversations now, and I will give us a couple of moments to see whether you hear me and see me right. I'm Iskra Petrova, the Clarity and Confidence Coach and Self Empowerment Mentor, and we should be streaming live right now on Facebook, on LinkedIn, possibly on Twitter, definitely on YouTube. If you are watching live, please type hashtag live on the media channel where you are connecting from, and I will circle back and respond to you. If you have any questions, please share them below in the comments. I will check on my phone. I love to connect with you. I'm a co creator, and this is the way I create with you. I open this stage to welcome you. Join me in the heartfelt conversation on the topic of 3 tips or maybe more on how to take energized action with clarity and confidence. I see people joining in. Please let me know where are you connecting from. I can see the chat active. I see Ventislav. Hi Ventislav, thank you for connecting live with me. If you have any questions or if you have any tips about how are you taking energized action, stepping into action, if you have something to share with our viewers, please feel free to share this with me too. I can bring your comment on the screen. Let me see. It looks like we are live. Are we live on Facebook? Let me know where you're connecting from because I'm streaming simultaneously to several media. And while we're waiting, to people. I see we're live on LinkedIn. Amazing. I'm Iskra Petrova, Clarity and Confidence Coach, Self-Empowerment Mentor. And today I want to share with you simple tips about how to get ready and start taking action when you feel puzzled, when you might feel lost, despite your high status, despite your reputation as a change maker, as a leader. Sometimes we, the leaders, the owners of businesses, the creators of communities, the coaches, the mentors who always hold space for other people, sometimes we struggle exactly with that, not knowing where to be our next step, not knowing how to mobilize our energy. Sometimes we feel lonely, sometimes we feel lost. And let me know if you can identify with that. So maybe you have seen my post of today. Hi, Dolly. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us live from Facebook. I don't know whether you saw my post today, but I decided to take a little artistic twist on this topic. It always helps to approach things with humor, sometimes with a little of sarcasm, sometimes with irony, to take things more lightly, to bring some elements of joy. And I use several metaphors from the movies. Maybe you have watched some of the series of Marvel or DC. I particularly took quite some time this summer and watched several series. The ones that I did recently were of Batman and The Flash. And I was watching these movies honestly, genuinely fascinated. First, I was watching them with my younger son, who's 10 years old, and we were making analysis on the characters, showing him how no one is ever just the evil or the good one. We as people, we combine different features. We have different chances to express ourselves in a different way in different situations, and it has been a very interesting journey. I was putting the hat of the film producer, sharing with him my view on the way the movie or the plot was developed. We were talking about the evolution of the characters, but it was really interesting to observe from my side, also as a coach and mentor, to observe how the understanding of my son of this dynamic of the human evolution also unfolds in the mind of my little one. And I'm offering to you my first tip uh, about mobilizing your powers to bring more clarity, to bring more confidence when you are faced with a challenging topic, or when you're faced with the task to make an important decision. And here, as in difference to all previous heartfelt conversations, I'm not going to go very deep, but I will go straight away with my first tip that says mobilize your superhero powers. And what I mean is identify yourself with a character that you love or with several characters, and you can create a cumulative character for yourself and try to bring their features, bring their powers for yourself. Try to feel it, try to feel this character as if you're putting a costume on, the way the Flash is putting his costume when he has to run and save the central city. Was it the central city? Or Spider-Man has to put his costume on. You can do the same. You can create this costume, you can create this superhero mask, designing it to tailor your your power, to tailor your situation, and you can choose to put it on. Let me know if you agree with that. And if you find this task very hard, or if you're not really familiar with these movies that I'm mentioning, you can do something different. And this is a task that I'm usually giving to my coaching clients. I ask them to identify couple of experiences, couple of life events where they felt at their best. Well, they felt amazing, when they felt victors, when they felt as the conquerors of the world, when they after they have been through challenges, or when they felt the highest level of joy, of celebration. And remember through your body the sensory experiences, and reawaken or recreate this moment in time, remembering the senses, the sensory experiences, remembering the emotions, remembering how the air smelled, what was happening, whether you felt any music, any sounds, remembering who you were surrounded with. And this will help you revive this experience of victory, of winning, of gratitude, of joy, of celebration. And it is as if you're putting your superhero costume, bringing a superhero costume of experiences from your personal experience. So let me know if this is something that you resonate with, or you have a different approach in this direction. The let me check the comments. Yes, Dolly is saying mobilize your superhero powers. Yes, absolutely. This is something that we are all capable of doing, right? And if it doesn't come easily in the beginning, we can always start practicing and developing a new character. The second tip that I want to give you is also related to playing a movie character, because when we employ our imagination, we can imagine, we can visualize doing impossible things. It is so much easier to do it because we give ourselves permission to visualize things that are not that don't seem easy, because our critical mind is telling us that in real life this is not possible. In real life we have unsurmountable obstacles, so this is not going to happen. But when we say, let me now create a plot, let me now create an imaginary situation, then we can imagine everything is possible, right? So here, my second tip, my second advice is to try to visualize, to remember that fear, the thing, the sense, the feeling, the emotion, the bodily experience the energy that is usually stopping us from taking action and moving forward. We can remember that fear is always part of us. And instead of fighting fear, we can choose to dance with fear. We can choose to not let fear take control over us. And we can employ the metaphor of bringing fear into a dance, and we're the ones that are leading this dance. We can take fear and we can visualize this dancing stage, and we are the ones that are going to lead the tempo. We can create the dance figure. So let me know if this resonates with you. And first, are you a dancer or not? Let me check the comments. I see several people watching here with me. And please type hashtag live so I know that you're connecting live with me, or hashtag replay so that I know that you're connecting with me across time and spaces, and also which is the social media you are joining this heartfelt conversation. And then I will come back and respond, connect with each one of you. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for commenting. So, are you a dancer? And if you're a dancer, do you like to lead the dance, or you prefer to be led in the dance? I see Willie is saying dancing with fear. Dancing with fear consists quite both. Yeah, absolutely. Dancing with fear is something that we're not usually taught to do, right? When we face the concept of fear, it already instantly creates body sensation of restriction, of contraction, and it's not an easy thing to handle. It's not an easy thing to balance, and usually the fear of fear is even more scary than the actual thing that we're fearful of. Do you agree with me or not? Let me know. Awesome. I'm a dancer and I like to create my dance. Beautiful. So now imagine that your dance partner is fear, and you are the one who's in charge of the situation. You are the one who decides to guide the whole process. So when you learn to accept this concept, when you start practicing this visual metaphor, then you will start creating this mental muscle, emotional muscle, energy muscle, bringing these practices, rehearsing for a situation when things are not going really well and you feel usually that you're not in charge, not in control. When you start practicing this in advance, this will give you extra power. You will feel more prepared, you will feel more in charge, and things would look differently. Okay. And the third tip I want to share with you is related to confidence. We usually think that for us to take action, to take a bold move forward, we need to be ready, we need to be prepared, we need to already feel confident. But very often, confidence happens while we're taking this imperfect action, while we're making the little step forward. As Lao Tzu has said, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the very small first step. So while we're starting making this journey and moving forward, we develop this very moment the confidence. And this is something that I'm practicing with my clients. I'm teaching them to, whenever they have to make a choice, and we usually do lots of exercises during our coaching, individual or group sessions, I ask them to sometimes take bold steps beyond their comfort zone. I ask them to not go for the biggest transformation straight away. I ask them to check what is the easiest thing that they can do right now, today. And why is that? Because when they make a small step today, this makes them feel content. This makes them feel, gives them a reason to celebrate, and makes them feel capable, able to continue taking the next step. So let me know if you agree with me or you have a different approach. Are you a bold action taker, or you usually need an external support, an external push? And what has been the boldest action step that you took recently? Sometimes the act of boldness, the act of courage is not a visible one. Sometimes it is really courageous on our side to choose to stand up for ourselves, to choose to speak up our voice, to share our opinion. And from the side, from outside, it may not look like something big. It doesn't look like a big deal as something that the media is going to write about, but it is these small acts of courage, these small acts of action taking are the ones that are creating a different reality, a different next part of our life. So let me check again the comments here in the chat. I see. Uh, okay, Dorothy also wrote, I'm a dancer, prefer to dance my dance and co-create with others. Amazing. I know that we resonate with you on so many levels, Dorothy, and thank you for joining and co-creating with me today. So let me know about your own process and feel free to share it with me, and we can continue the conversation in the comments below or also in direct messaging. But let me sum up now these simple three things, and there are so many more. I even have a 7 days free email training about how to become a bolder action taker. If you're interested, type hashtag action in the comment and I'm going to give you access to this free training. Let me summarize the three tips for all of you who are joining now later in the conversation. The first tip is put on the clothes of your inner superhero. And if you're not have them ready, if you don't have this costume ready, you can create it. Go back and watch the replay from the beginning where I share with you how to do it, how to bring together your sensory experiences from the most victorious moments of your life. The second tip that I gave you today was about choose to dance with fear, and you are the one who leads the dance. You are the one who is in charge, in control of the situation. And the third one is don't hesitate to take the first small action in order to create confidence, to start changing your life, to start increasing your impact, your influence, and contributing even at a bigger scale to the betterment of the world. Thank you so much, everyone who joined me today. This heartfelt conversation when we talk about superheroes, we mentioned some action movies, we talked about creating the plot of your story. Yes, thank you, Monica. I'm going to message you and share with you the details so I can share with you this free 7-day email course about how to become an action taker. Amazing. I would see you next Thursday at the same time when we continue with the next heartfelt conversation. If you want to go deeper on this topic, I invite you to join my free community on Facebook. I also have a membership club, the Blooming Confidence Club, which is taking place at a different platform beyond social media, so we can talk about it as well. Thank you so much. Stay well, be blessed, be creative, inspired, and from time to time, put the clothes of your superhero and go forward, conquer the world, create good deeds, change lives, but start first from yours. There is always space to bring more joy, more fun, more inspiration, more happiness into your own world. Much love from my heart to yours. Thank you, everyone who joined us now, live as well as across the time and spaces later. And I will see you around.